You know, there's a question I get asked all the time. How do you have so much energy at your age? And honestly, I get it. When you wake up feeling stiff, tired, or just not quite like your younger self, it's easy to think that's just how life is after a certain age. But let me tell you something, I'm 84, and most days, I feel like I'm 50 again. And the best part? It's not some miracle pill or secret potion. It's a few simple habits, each taking just 3 minutes a day, that have made all the difference. Now, I won't pretend these habits are revolutionary. In fact, you might even think, that's it. But here's the thing, small, consistent actions add up in ways you wouldn't believe. And the best part is, they're so easy to fit into your day that you won't even feel like you're working on your health. You'll just start feeling better, bit by bit. So, let's start with the first habit, one that's so simple, you might be tempted to skip it. But trust me, this one sets the tone for your entire day. Habit number 1, the 3-minute morning stretch. When you wake up, what's the first thing you do? If you're like most people, you might roll out of bed, shuffle to the kitchen, and reach for the coffee. But here's what I do instead. Before my feet even hit the floor, I take 3 minutes to stretch, right there in bed. Now, I'm not talking about yoga poses or anything complicated. Just gentle movements to wake up your muscles and get your blood flowing. I start by reaching my arms overhead, taking a deep breath in, and then slowly exhaling as I bring them down. Then, I gently roll my ankles, point and flex my feet, and maybe even do a few slow knee hugs to loosen up my lower back. Why does this matter? Well, as we get older, our circulation slows down, and our muscles can get stiff overnight. Taking just 3 minutes to move gently tells your body, hey, we're awake now. It helps reduce morning stiffness, improves flexibility, and, here's the big one, boosts your energy right from the start. And here's a little secret, this habit isn't just about the body. It's about setting a calm, intentional tone for your day. Instead of rushing into the morning, you're giving yourself a moment to breathe, to move, and to start the day on your terms. Habit number 2, the power of a 3-minute hydration boost. Now, after that stretch, here's what I do next, something so simple, yet so many of us forget it. I drink a glass of water. Not coffee, not tea, just plain, room temperature water. And I take my time with it, savoring it like it's the first sip after a long walk in the sun. You see, after hours of sleep, our bodies are naturally dehydrated. And dehydration? It's one of the biggest energy zappers out there. It can make you feel sluggish, foggy, and just plain tired before your day even begins. But here's the good news, rehydrating doesn't take much. Just one glass of water, sipped slowly over 3 minutes, can make a world of difference. Now, if you're thinking, I don't like the taste of water, here's a trick I use, add a slice of lemon or cucumber. It gives it a little flavor without any sugar or artificial stuff. And if you're someone who loves their morning coffee, I get it, I do too, just make sure you have that glass of water first. Your body will thank you. The best part? This habit takes no extra time. You can do it while you're waiting for the kettle to boil or the toast to pop. 3 minutes, that's all it takes to give your energy levels a real boost. Now, I know what you might be thinking, stretching and drinking water? That's it? But remember, these aren't just random tips. They're small, intentional actions that set the foundation for everything else. And when you combine them, you'll start noticing a difference in how you feel, more awake, more alert, and ready to take on the day. And speaking of taking on the day, let's talk about the third habit, one that's all about keeping your mind as sharp as your body. Habit number 3, the 3-minute brain warm-up. Now, we've talked about waking up the body and rehydrating, but what about the mind? Just like our muscles, our brains need a little warm-up to function at their best, especially as we get older. And no, I'm not suggesting you solve complex math problems first thing in the morning, unless you want to. Instead, I do something much simpler, a quick mental exercise that takes just 3 minutes and leaves me feeling sharp and focused. Here's how it works. After my stretch and my glass of water, I sit quietly for a moment and play a little memory game. Sometimes, I'll look around the room and try to recall 5 things I see, really noticing the details, like the pattern on the curtains or the way the light hits the table. Other times, I'll think of 5 words that start with the same letter, or I'll silently list the names of my grandchildren. The key is to engage my brain in a light, playful way, no pressure, just a gentle nudge to get those neurons firing. You might wonder, does this really make a difference? Well, think of it like this: if you don't move your body, it gets stiff. The same goes for your brain. Giving it a little challenge each morning helps keep your memory crisp and your thinking clear. And the best part? It doesn't feel like work. It's just a fun, easy habit that sets a positive tone for the rest of the day. Now, here's something I've noticed over the years. When I skip this step, my mind feels a bit slower, like it's still half asleep. But when I take those 3 minutes to wake up my brain, I'm more alert, more present, and better able to enjoy whatever the day brings. And that's the beauty of these habits. They're not about adding more to your to-do list. They're about starting your day in a way that makes everything else feel easier. A little stretch, a glass of water, a quick brain game, 3 simple things that take less than 10 minutes total but leave you feeling years younger. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, okay, but what about the rest of the day? How do I keep this energy going? Well, that's where the next habits come in, small, powerful actions you can sprinkle throughout your day to keep your energy high and your body feeling great. But we'll save those for next time. For now, why not give these 3 a try tomorrow morning? Stretch, hydrate, wake up your mind, and see how much better you feel. After all, age is just a number. It's how you feel that really counts. And with these little habits, you might just find yourself feeling like 50 again, one day at a time. You know, one of the biggest surprises about getting older was realizing how much power we still have over how we feel each day. When I first started these simple habits, I assumed the morning routine would be enough, but then I discovered something wonderful. By adding just a few more intentional moments throughout the day, that youthful energy doesn't just last through breakfast, it carries me all the way to bedtime with a smile still on my face. Let me share with you the next 2 habits that turn my afternoons from sluggish to vibrant. These aren't complicated changes, they're little pauses, really, but they make all the difference between dragging through the day and gliding through it with energy to spare. Habit number 4, the 3-minute posture reset. Here's something I didn't realize was stealing my energy for years: poor posture. It happens so gradually we don't even notice, that slight hunch while reading, the way we lean forward in our chairs, the shoulders creeping up toward our ears without us knowing. But here's what I've learned: every hour or 2, our bodies need what I call a posture reset. And the beautiful part? It takes just 3 minutes. Here's how I do it. Wherever I am, whether I've been sitting at the kitchen table reading the paper or puttering around in the garden, I stop and stand tall against the wall. Heels about 2 inches from the baseboard, back of my head gently touching, no straining, and shoulders relaxed down. I take 3 slow breaths in this position, imagining my spine growing long like a tree reaching for sunlight. Then I step away and carry that tall, open posture with me. Now, you might be thinking, does standing against the wall really matter? Oh, my friend, it matters more than you'd guess. When we maintain good posture, we breathe deeper, our organs have more room to function, and, here's the magical part, we instantly look and feel younger. I've had neighbors stop me to ask if I've lost weight when all I've done is stand up straighter. But more importantly, that simple reset keeps the aches away and the energy flowing. Habit number 5, the joy sip, more than just tea time. Now this next habit, well, it might be my favorite. I call it the joy sip, and it's transformed what used to be ordinary breaks into little celebrations. Here's how it works. Instead of mindlessly drinking my afternoon tea while watching television or worrying about tomorrow, I take 3 full minutes to savor it like it's the most important cup I'll ever drink. I hold the warm mug in both hands, feeling its heat. I breathe in the aroma before that first sip. I taste it properly, not gulping, but noticing whether today's Earl Grey has hints of citrus or if the chamomile tastes like summer sunshine. And while I drink, I think of one thing that brought me joy that day. Maybe it was the cardinal that visited my bird feeder, or the way my granddaughter laughed on our phone call, or simply that my knees didn't ache going up the stairs. This does something remarkable. It presses the pause button on stress and reminds my body that life is good right now. Scientists say this kind of mindful enjoyment lowers cortisol, that pesky stress hormone, and actually helps our cells stay healthier longer. But you don't need the science to know it works. You'll feel the difference after just a few days. That afternoon slump starts feeling less like exhaustion and more like a peaceful moment to recharge. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, but I don't drink tea. That's perfectly fine. Your joy sip could be a glass of cool water with mint, a few bites of a ripe peach, or even just sitting quietly by the window with your hands wrapped around nothing but the warmth of sunlight. The liquid isn't what matters. It's taking those 3 minutes to reconnect with the present moment and the simple pleasures that make life sweet. What's fascinating is how these two habits, the posture reset and the joy sip, work together. One keeps the body moving freely, the other keeps the spirit light. And when you combine them with our morning habits, that's when you start feeling that wonderful shift, less getting through the day and more enjoying the day. But we're not done yet. There's one more set of habits that ties everything together, the evening rituals that ensure you wake up feeling refreshed instead of achy. These are the secrets to deep rest and waking up with energy that lasts, and we'll explore those next. For now, why not try today's 2 habits? Stand tall against that wall. You might be surprised how good it feels. And when you take your next break, make it a true joy sip. Your body and your future self will thank you for these little gifts. After all, aging isn't about losing youth, it's about discovering new ways to feel alive. And sometimes, all it takes is 3 minutes at a time. There's a certain magic to evenings, isn't there? That quiet time when the world slows down just enough for us to catch our breath. For years, I used to simply collapse into my recliner after dinner and let the television lull me to sleep. But then I discovered something remarkable. How we end our day determines how we'll begin the next one. And with just a few intentional habits in those precious evening hours, I found myself waking up feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to embrace life all over again. Let me share with you the final pieces of this daily routine, simple practices that take mere minutes but compound over time into more energy, better rest, and yes, that wonderful feeling of being decades younger than your calendar age. Habit number 6, the 3-minute sunset stroll. Now, I know what you might be thinking, walking at night? At my age? But hear me out. This isn't about exercise or counting steps. It's about something much more profound, marking the transition from day to night with movement and gratitude. Here's what I do. About 30 minutes after dinner, whether it's still light out or not, I step outside, even if it's just to my porch or down the driveway, and take 3 slow, mindful minutes to walk. No hurry, no destination. I feel the ground beneath my feet, notice the evening air, and let my body unwind from the day. Sometimes I name 3 things I'm grateful for from the day. Other times I simply listen to the evening sounds, the crickets, the distant laughter of neighbors, the leaves rustling. This does 3 magical things. It aids digestion, no more bedtime reflux, gently lowers blood sugar levels, and signals to both body and mind that the day is complete. That last part is crucial. It creates psychological closure so you're not lying in bed replaying the day's worries. And here's an unexpected bonus. Since starting this habit, I've noticed more details about my neighborhood than I had in decades. The way Mrs. Johnson's roses smell different at night, the pattern of fireflies in June, the comforting rhythm of the seasons changing right outside my door. Habit number 7, the 3-minute pillow prep. Now this final habit might surprise you. It's all about how you prepare for sleep, starting before you even get into bed. Most of us spend years perfecting our morning routines while giving no thought to how we end the day. But here's what I've learned. The last 3 minutes before your head hits the pillow are golden. Here's my ritual. First, I spend 1 minute at the bathroom sink doing what I call washing the day away, not just brushing teeth, but really savoring the feeling of cool water on my face, gently massaging my temples, and using that lavender-scented hand cream my granddaughter gave me. Then, 2 minutes sitting on the edge of the bed doing what doctors call legs up the wall, though I just lean back with my legs stretched out on the bed. In this position, I take slow, deep belly breaths while gently rotating my ankles. This drains fluid that may have pooled in my legs during the day and prevents those midnight calf cramps. But the most important part happens in my mind during these 3 minutes. I recall one good moment from the day, not necessarily big, just something that made me smile. Maybe it was the perfect bite of peach at lunch, or the way the cashier at the grocery store remembered my name. By ending the day on this note, I found I sleep more deeply and wake up with what can only be described as joyful anticipation. Bringing it all together. Now, if you're doing the math, you'll notice these 7 habits add up to just about 21 minutes spread throughout your day. But here's the miracle: those minutes don't just add time to your life, they add life to your time. Think of it like this: the morning habits, stretching, hydrating, brain warm-up, set you up for success. The midday habits, posture reset, joy sip, keep your energy flowing smoothly. And these evening habits? They complete the cycle, ensuring you restore your body and mind for another vibrant day. But I'll let you in on a little secret: the real magic isn't in any single habit. It's in the way they work together to create a rhythm to your days. A rhythm that honors both your wisdom and your vitality. A rhythm that says, every stage of life has its gifts. So tonight, why not try that sunset stroll, even if it's just to your mailbox and back? And when you prepare for bed, take those 3 minutes to truly transition from day to night. You might be amazed at how much younger you feel when morning comes. Because here's the truth I've discovered at 84, youth isn't a number, it's a way of moving through the world. It's in the stretch of your muscles, the depth of your breaths, the savoring of small joys. And the beautiful part? It's never too late to begin. So here's to you, to your energy, your joy, and all the vibrant years ahead. Thank you for letting me share these simple habits that changed my life. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these resonated most? What little rituals make you feel youthful? Share in the comments below, and if you found this helpful, pass it along to a friend who might need it too. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to feel alive. Let's make the most of them, together.